Alrighty. Okay, so today we're doing movement as medicine, and essentially it's a combination of primal movements, yoga, and weight training. If you didn't catch the beginning, you're going to need something that's a light in relation to you, a light dumbbell. A medium dumbbell would be good too, and something that's heavy for you, and just in the most general sense, just to have it handy. Also, I'll have one of these. They're usually referred to as a pull-up band, pull-up assist band. Also, a medicine ball or a stability ball, some type of ball. It's about the size of a basketball. It'd be great to have a yoga mat, and of course your water. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to come down on our mat into a crawling stance, and we're just going to crawl to the top of our mat and crawl backwards. We're just crawling back and forth. Just crawling. Keep crawling. Up on the balls of your feet. Your fingers spread out equally. Then we're going to go sideways. So that now we're going to go left to right instead of up and down. Good. Keep that core engaged. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Don't worry too much about your back. Just stay as low as you can. And we're gonna come out into a plank pose. Breathing into it. If it's too much for you to do a plank pose, you can just do a tabletop pose. It's up to you. You can do the push-up variant, that's what we're going for, or you can do, like how Valerian's doing, the elbow variant. Whatever you're comfortable with, make sure you just keep that core engaged. Try to keep a flat back, breathing into the flat back. We're just going to hold this. Now we're going to grab our heavier weight. If you hadn't warmed up, grab our lower weight. But just grab one of your heavier weights. We'll just come down to the floor. We're just going to do some bench presses. We're doing 8 of them. That's why we want a nice heavy weight, to justify only doing 8. And then we'll come back up, put that weight down. We're going to come back up into that crawling stance. We're crawling back and forth to the top of your mat, crawling backwards. Don't worry too much about speed. This isn't about speed, this is about mobility. Lengthening is strengthening. And we'll switch, we'll go from side to side. Crawling side to side. Getting a stretch in those legs. We're going side. Coming Coming back into that plank pose. And then we're coming up. We'll grab our weight. Coming back down. Bench press on the floor. Always make sure you're inhaling into that stretch on the chest. Elbows are out. Exhaling in the flex in your chest. Keeping the mind-muscle connection. We're doing 8. Next, we're gonna come down to our mat in a seated position. We're gonna hug our knees into our chest. We're gonna let ourselves roll back. If that's too much, you can just lie down, hug your knees, and come to seated, rolling on our back. We're gonna shoot for 8. We're gonna roll on our back 8 times. Come up, let's do a quick staff pose. Inhale, straight back, straight legs. Inhale those legs up. Depending to you, if it's too hard to keep your legs straight, you can keep them slightly bent. The main thing is let's just keep those feet off the floor. Keep that core engaged, reaching out, boat pose. Good. Feel that burn. You can do it, just hold it. You're getting stronger. We're gonna come up. We'll grab our weight. We'll come down. We're holding it up. We'll keep that weight up out in front of us. We're just gonna do some weighted crunches. Coming up on the exhale, crunching. Really pressing the lower back into the mat. Let's shoot for 8. Good. We'll come back to that seated position. We'll hug those knees, otherwise you'll lie down and do vice versa. Rolling on our back. Good. Quick staff pose. Inhale those legs up. Boat pose. Good. Grab our weight. Hold it out in front of you, arms straight out. Exhale into a crunch. Good. The next time we come up, we are going to stay in our squatted, and we're just going to squat, and we're going to We're just going to keep walking forward. We won't walk backward. We're just going to squat walk back and forth. We'll do this like 8 times. Good. Loosen up those legs. Perfect. Let's just go side to side 8 times. Don't be afraid to use your hands. And what we're going to do next, we're just going to go, our feet will be mat distance apart. We're going to come in to a garland pose, pair of hands, elbows pushing, prying our legs apart. We'll hold this for a few breaths. Deep breaths, breathe into your belly. Perfect. We're going to come up into standing. And we're just going to do 8 lunges on each leg. Switch legs. Good. Come back down. And this time, we're going to do squats back and forth. So we are going to go backwards this time. We're just going to do that 8 times. Total distances of mat. And after we finish 8, we'll come into our garland pose. Deep breaths. Keep that back straight. Make sure that your heels are planted. We'll come up. We'll do 8 lunges on each leg. Perfect. So we'll come down and seated. And the beautiful thing about YouTube is if this workout is a little bit too much of a fast pace for you, you can actually slow down. And if it's not enough, you can speed it up. So we're gonna grab our big toes. We're gonna roll on our back. Like a happy baby pose. We're just going side to side. Just massaging that lower back. Not really counting here. Just go by what you need. So we're gonna come back up and we're gonna maintain holding one of our big toes, and we're just gonna bring it back like we're pulling a bow and arrow. We're just pulling that arrow back. If you can grab the other toe, perfect. We'll just switch, pulling the other one back. First things first, just bring it back. Try to keep a straight back and then reach. If it's okay, if it's a lot of a stretch, or if you can only do it on one side. It's things like that that make us unique. So now we're gonna grab those pull-up assist bands. And there's a couple ways we can do this. We can do it once, or we can do both bands. I like doing both because then I can make like handles. Yeah, exactly. And I like to really stretch it before I bring it back. So it's a bit of, it's not just a leg press, it's also, you're doing a row as well, simultaneously. So you have to bring your elbows back like you're rowing your legs in. And we really want to keep the back straight. And then we're just pushing, keeping that tension. Give me 8 of these. Perfect. Keep that back straight. So we're only doing 8 of those. We're coming back into our happy baby. Just going side to side. Massaging that lower back. Having fun with it. Smile, laugh, giggle. Try not to be so stiff. I want you to be like water melting. Coming back up to that archer's pose. First, it's like a sitting half baby. You can even put your hand on the heel if it helps to bring it back. We're also keeping that chest proud, that back straight while we bring it back. That elbow is coming back. If you can come forward and grab this opposite foot, you get a great stretch. You can also use your pull-up assist band to give you some distance. Switch sides. I like to get the stretch deep before I reach. Double-handed, we're really getting in here. I'm gonna reach for this other foot. Try to keep that back straight. We'll release that. Get our band going. Remember, I like to get the handles and then I put it in place. And you want to get that in your arches. I find if you go, the wider you go, you'll actually be more resistance. So if you want a little bit more resistance, just go wider. And also if you actively push out, you'll get a little bit of a hip flexor exercise as well. So we're rowing it and we're pushing. Try to keep those hands back. Try to keep that tension the whole exercise. Only 8. Make them count. Good. We'll do one more round of these. Coming back into that happy baby. I find repetition is key with this one. Third time might be the charm. Let's find out. Really focusing on that lower back. See if you can roll on your back and happy baby. The opposite way, like we were doing earlier. See if you can come all the way up to seated, transition into an archer's pose. Make sure you're focusing forward. Switch to the other side. Let's get a little bit of movement going between them. Let's see if we can just switch. Inhaling that foot back. Let's not focus too much on a straight back. Let's just focus more on our hip mobility. And also the circulation of our knees. Let's get back into that banded leg press. Now remember, we want to keep that tension the whole time. We don't want our arms moving back and forth. Once we pull it back, it's locked in place. It's part of the challenge is staying upright, using that core, using those arms. Try to keep those feet above your knees. Good. Perfect. So we'll just lose this band. For now, it may come back. We'll see how we feel. So next, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna lie on our back, feet off the floor. We're just gonna bring our knees to our chest. Bring those knees to your chest. Shoot for like 8 of them. So, we're going to come up into a shoulder stand. If shoulder stand is too much for you, you can just have your legs up while you're lying down. We're on our shoulders. It's called the shoulder stand. It's not neck stand, so make sure you're on your shoulders. When you're comfortable, we'll just come down. And what we're gonna do is we're actually going to be grabbing our balls. If you don't have a medicine ball, you can use a stability ball. If you don't have a stability ball, you can use a basketball. So essentially, what we're doing is we're going to put the ball between our feet. and we're gonna pass it to our hands. Mind your face. Passing it. After you do 8 of those, we're going to come back into lying on our back. We're going to lie on our back, put our balls to the side, and we're going to bring those knees to our chest. Making sure we're bringing our tailbone off of the mat. We'll do 8 of those. And then we'll come up into that shoulder stand. Really reach for your ceiling with your toes. That's what we're going for here. Exhaling, coming down, nice and easy. We'll grab our ball. If you've never done these before, start lightweight. So after we do 8, we'll put our ball away. Pass. Okay. Perfect. So next, we'll come back into our plank. From our plank, we're going to crawl to our toes into a forward bend. We're going to crawl back out to a plank, inchworms. Let's do about 8 of these. And then when we come out to that plank, we're going to come up into an upward dog. Looking up at the ceiling. Now it's up to you. If you want, grab a low weight or no weight. We're gonna come flat. I just have a 5-pound dumbbell, and we're just gonna put it behind our head and just come up in a back extension. Inhale on the way up, exhale flat. Obviously, be very careful with your head. I hope I shouldn't have to say that, but you never know. So next, we're going to come back up to that plank pose. Crawling to bent over. Do about 8 more. Coming into upward dog. It's up to you if you want your knees on the mat or if you want to come off completely. We'll grab our light weight. And this time, it's not going to go behind our head. We're going to have our arms straight out. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. We're going to keep them out. And now we're going to come up. Always make sure you're inhaling on the way up. So again, go keep that light weight. We'll grab a nice light weight. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna do what I call a lateral press. So we're gonna keep the weight like we're hammer curling it, and we're gonna push it out to the side. It's kind of like a hammer curl to a lateral raise, but we're not doing a lateral raise, we're pushing it to the side. Like a press. After we do 8 on each arm, we're going to do a forward bend with interlocking fingers, otherwise known as standing seal pose. Breathe into those shoulders. So now we're going to go up. Whatever weight we used, we're going to go up in weight now with one arm. We're going to do a one-armed upright row. That just looks like this. Bringing it straight up. Elbows out. Shoulders away from the ears. We really want width here. Let's shoot for 8 on each side. Awesome. We'll grab that lighter weight, like we're hammer curling it, but we're pushing it out to the side. Eight on each side. Put that weight down. Come back into that standing steel pose. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. On the exhale, bringing that chest closer to your thighs. Inhale into the back of your legs. Exhale, chest closer to your thighs. Inhale, proud chest. Exhale, squeezing those shoulder blades. Slowly coming up, inhaling up. Grabbing your heavier weight. And we're going to do one-armed upright row. So before we even bring it up, make sure the shoulder is away from the ear, because we're engaging the trapezius muscle, not so much the shoulder. Do 8 on each side. Awesome. Let's grab our lighter weight. We're going to put it over our head. We're just reaching up. And we're going to reach, push it, inhale, reaching, pushing it as high as it can go. Exhale, coming to one side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Like a flag in the wind. We'll put our weight down, come on our knees. One leg goes out, one leg goes up. The opposite side, we just slide down. See how far you can go. If the knee is enough, and it's enough, just sliding down. See if you can go for that ankle. If it's too much, stay at the knee. Switching sides. Come back to that happy baby pose. think about your body, all the knots being like melting ice. Let's try to increase our range of motion here. We'll switch sides. Try to go a little bit deeper. Let's switch sides. Each time, even just for an instant, let's try to just touch that ankle on the way down. Switch sides. Go for that ankle. Switch sides. We're gonna grab our heavy weight. And we're gonna just bring it up, shoulder press. One arm shoulder press is a really great abdominal exercise, especially the obliques, stabilizing muscles. 8 on each side. Good. So we're gonna grab our lightweight, put it over our head, reach. We're reaching, inhaling. Just relaxing. This time I want to do the opposite with the breath. We're actually gonna exhale at the top and inhale when we go to the side, getting more of a stretch. Exhaling in the center. Inhaling on the other side. Trying to get a stretch in those lat muscles a little bit higher up. Now we'll switch, we'll do another 8 the opposite way, where we're inhaling and we're reaching in the center, stretching, and then exhaling, falling to the side. Inhaling, reaching in the center, exhale, falling. It's more of a crunch. Put that weight down. We'll come back on our knees, one leg out. Some of those gate poses. Slide down, touch the ankle, switch sides. Slide down the leg, touch the ankle, switch sides. I want you reaching for that foot. Okay, this time we're gonna hold it wherever it feels right. Just hold it, breathing. Switch sides. To get the most out of this, it requires listening to your body, not so much me, what you need. Do you need to reach, or do you need to relax? We're gonna come back to standing, grab our heavy weight, that one-armed shoulder press. Good. Switch sides. Awesome. So that's it. That's the workout. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it pushed you, and I hope it also facilitated you and makes your body easier to use in the future. Until next time, this is Jason with Sensational Power, and this has been Movement is Medicine. Thanks for joining.